Help greet 'em, Beans. It's episode number 29 of Dogs Can't Talk, and you know what? That's a shame. Welcome back to That's a Shame, everybody. Episode number 29, also known as My Current Age, also known as I'm going to lie for a while about being this age, I think, because when I turn 30, I think I'm going to have a hard time saying 30. I don't want to say 30. I'm going to just live in denial. And you know what? Like the great George Costanza said, it's not a lie if you believe it. So I'm just going to continue to believe I'm 29 forever and ever, and I'll never break 30 and I'll never age again. And so this is my final form, dude. This is my final form. And I'm glad I've decided to stop right when all my hair was falling out. And I wish I decided to stop a little earlier because I could have stopped when I had a full head of hair. But you know what? You live and you learn, and I'm going to live forever with kind of not like an in-between kind of bald space. But I'm putting a new product on my head. I can't bring myself to do the drugs, dude. You think Rogaine is like, all right, maybe I'll just do Rogaine because it's safe. Because it's everyone uses it. It's a foam you put on your head. How dangerous could it be? What are the side effects? What could the side effects be? How about if you use too much, your heart can skip a beat? How about in order to fucking grow a couple of hairs, I got to risk having my heart say I'm good for a minute? Why can't we just have a simple fucking cure for not even a cure, just a fucking little... Just a delay in the baldness. Can't even be safe. But instead I'm using some fucking Vegamore product that is supposed to be all all, healthy, whatever, naturally derived fucking products that are going to, make my hair come alive again. It's got caffeine in it. So just like caffeine, when you ingest it, perks you up a little bit. It's supposed to perk up a follicle. But, maybe, caffeine makes you crash. I'm drinking coffee right now. If I drink too much of it, I'll crash, I'll get tired. So maybe once I come off the caffeine with my hair, it'll just crash and die, and then I'll be even balder than I would have been if I didn't use it, Because apparently drinking caffeine's not that good for you. Can you believe it, dude? Rogaine, dude, do you know how complicated it is to try to get your hair to not fall out? They say use Rogaine, but then also use a derma roller. You know what that is? That means they want you to punch a bunch of micro holes in your fucking scalp to help revitalize and get blood flow to your head to promote growth and release hormones and other sorts of growth factors in your blood or something. And it's like, dude, let me just go bald. The only thing worse than going bald would be going bald while risking having your heart take a break and stabbing your head an unbelievably uncountable amount of times. So I'm just going to go bald. And that's the way life works, dude. I was blessed. I was able to go through life as a straight white male. It's a pretty dope way to go through life, Even though we're hated in the place that I live right now, I could move to 90 other places in this country and not be hated, but I'm living in the place where I'm hated the most. And although it's not a ton of hate, it's hate, but there's hate here, This is what you pay for. This is the consequence. You're born into New York as a straight white male. You go all the way through up until 29. Although it started a little bit before 29, I will say. The hate and the not getting booked on shows because we have too many white straight males on the show. We don't like, the crowds here, they don't like to hear from the straight white males. And that's fine. We've had our time. I mean, I haven't had my time technically. I've only been around a regular amount of time because I'm only living this one life, if that's how you believe life works. Sometimes people think you live other lives and then you die and then you come back. So whatever. Imagine I was just a black dude in my last life. Imagine my last life was a black slave and then I was born. Imagine being a slave in your previous life, then getting born into being a straight white dude in 2020. And then the only time in the world where being a straight white dude is kind of frowned upon. It's still not heavily, I'm not comparing it to being a fucking slave. Obviously, I'm not a lunatic. I'm not a fucking psychopath. But I mean, there were better eras to be a straight white dude than right now. You know, like the time when we owned slaves. That would have been, I'm kidding. It's a fucking joke, dude. Simmer down. No, dude. But definitely, I mean, whatever, going bald, straight white male, it's still pretty good. I got everything I wanted in life. That's not true, but I got a lot. I got the girl of my dreams. I've been killing on stage for the last couple nights. You know, I'm getting back in the groove, people. The Lantern's opening back up, but it's not called the Lantern anymore. It's called the Comedy Shop. And I've been shopping my comedy to those crowds, and they've been purchasing. Getting a lot of laughs, doing good, feeling good. The new shit's working, dude. So I thank you guys for fucking tuning in, constantly giving me a reason to chime in with the new ideas and thoughts that I've had and you know, gauging them based on your reaction to them. And then I fucking take them to the stage and they're working. So appreciate you. Now go join the Patreon and support me even more because you know what? I'll announce it here. A little bit of a change coming to the page. Patreon.com/NickAlexComedy. Go there, join a tier. I'm not going to do one every week anymore because it's too much fucking work and I'm just not that legendary of a comic to have enough to say twice a week for close to 45 minutes, you know. But what's going to happen now is I'm not going to bring it down to once a month. I'm going to do every other Thursday. That's what I'm going to do. But the caveat is, not really a caveat, the upgrade, the new addition to my approach to the Patreon. I'll be under the influence for each episode. I don't know what drug. I'm not committing to one yet. The first one will probably be weed. But I'm saying each That's a Shame Thursday's Patreon episode, I will maybe, you know, start it sober, spark up a Jimmy, get high, and then you guys can watch me spiral out of control as a stone person and see why I don't smoke weed anymore. But I'll do it for the page because you guys pay me money, and I'll do almost anything for monies. I told you I'd give you nudes if you wanted, but no one's really asked for them, so that's fine. But I'm gonna, you know, first one will probably be weed. Second one, you know, I don't know, drunk maybe. And then I guess it'll get pretty aggressive from there because what's left? Coke, ecstasy, hair? Should I just do hair on one episode? Should I just fucking open up the episode sober, shoot up, and then you guys could listen to me nap while I'm fucking hay on hair? I don't know. I'll obviously not going to do heroin. But, dude, you know what I've learned? Dude, I spent it was Friday. I fucking hung out with 3 of my boys who I fucking haven't seen. We see each other pretty much once a year. These are kids I went to high school with, grew up. They're some of my best friends. And we caught up. And what I've learned is I haven't really done shit in terms of drugs. I thought I've tried a lot of the drugs. I feel like I've tried the main ones, like the core 4, if you will. Is it 4? I've done weed a bunch. Used to be the biggest pothead of all time in high school and college. And literally, it's probably why I can't remember half of my childhood, even though my friends remember their childhood and they smoke just as much. But, you know, I also might just have Lyme's disease, according to one of my friends, because I used to fetch golf balls out of the woods every day in my teens. That was my job. And I never found a tick on me, so I never went to a doctor to get diagnosed. But my buddy who worked at the same golf course, got diagnosed 3 different times. And he thinks maybe that's why I can't remember anything, because I just have active Lyme's. So, you know, whatever. I can't remember anything. Still 29, but I'll have Alzheimer's at 29, because I'll never not be 29. But yeah, dude. So I've done, smoked a shitload of wad. I've done coke a couple times. I'm not a big fan of it. I don't understand cocaine. I think because when do you do cocaine? When you're partying. What's the whole point of partying? Is kind of getting laid. And if the whole point of partying is getting laid, why are you going to do a drug that makes the thing you use to fuck not work? So I've never really understood coke. It's never really made me feel great. It just makes you feel sober. And it's like I've been trying to not be sober this whole night. Now I feel sober because I did another drug. What's the point of this drug? And my dick's soft. It's in my body. I don't get it. So not a big fan, but I've done it. That's the point. Done ecstasy twice. Not going to lie to you. It's good. It's real good. I've done it twice. One of the times I think we kind of got a dud. We came into the city as a couple of young bucks, and we went to a club that is now closed, I believe, called Pasha. It had like different tiers, and each tier was a different fucking... Basically, now that I look back on it, it was just different. The theme was different ethnic groups on each tier. The bottom tier was like broy dudes just fucking rolling and, being douchey. And then I forget what the middle 2 were, but I just remember the top was black. And then you'd go there and you'd feel like you didn't belong, but it'd be exciting. And the women were, and they were it's just a better time. Black people just know how to have a better time. Whenever I look at black people, I'm like, you're just having so much fun. You're always having fun. You're always moving your body in a way that makes me wish I was feeling the energy from the world in that way. But I just stand there with my shoulders slouched, wondering why I'm not as happy as you when you live in a world that, you know, is much more frustrating than the one I live in. Because let's be real, straight white male, like I said. But yeah, dude, so I did the ecstasy there. But the first time I did ecstasy was at my own graduation party. Graduated from high school. My parents let me throw a party. It was going to be a small party, which it was. There was probably like, say 30 people of like close friends who my parents all knew. And they were like, we'll let you drink, but we're going to keep an eye on you. No one's fucking driving. I'm taking everyone's keys, blah, 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 blah. Decided to take ecstasy that night. And it's still probably the best party I've ever been to in my life. A party where my parents were present has been the best party I've ever been to because I took a specific drug. So yeah, dude, but I never got really addicted to it because I'm always scared that something's going to go wrong. I guess I've always been kind of more paranoid than I let myself think I was. I feel like it's coming on in old age, but I think maybe I'm just becoming more self-aware. So I did that, and that was good. Just played beer pong and shit, and I think I ran the table because, you know, I was dead sober, and it was just, you know, zoomed in, feeling good. Like, dude, I remember there were people showing up who I did not like trying to get into the party, and I never got mad. I just went out there and I was like the nicest person of all time, being like, you just can't be here, dude. It's my graduation party. But if I was just fucking drunk, I would have been like, you're a piece of shit. Fuck you, you fat bitch. Get the fuck off my property. And I'm not thinking about an overweight woman. I'm just thinking about a kid named, I'm not going to say the name. I got to back off. But it was a dude. It wasn't a fat woman. I'm not being rude. Ecstasy, coke, weed. Did shrooms for the first time this year. Probably my favorite drug, to be honest with you. I'm trying to do them more, but here's the thing with shrooms. You don't want to treat them like there's just some, like you're popping a fucking, you know, an Advil to you know, feel better during a fever. It's not, I feel like you got to treat them like they mean something. So the time's got to be right. The environment's got to be right. It's got to be good to have a good experience. Because my buddy told me he doesn't even know if he's going to take shrooms anymore. Because he said he was blackout drunk like a fucking dude. So the first time I took shrooms, greatest time ever. The next day, I thought I would never feel joy again because just all my dopamine was depleted. And I probably told you the story, but then he was telling me how he literally, the last time he took shrooms, he was blacked out drinking. Blacked the fuck out. And then his buddy told him the next day. So he came out of his blackout and he said the room was just a kaleidoscope and he didn't even know you could reach that point. He reached like an acid level trip on shrooms. And he was like, after he came out of his blackout, he was with a friend. He was like, are we on shrooms right now? And his friend was like, fucking you are. Because my buddy apparently, while he was blacked out, they were in his apartment and he kept going into the kitchen. He kept telling his friend, dude, I got shrooms in the kitchen. You want to do them? And then he went into the kitchen and just shoveled a handful into his mouth. Then would go back into the living room, sit down and be like, dude, I got shrooms in the kitchen. You want to do a little bit more? And his buddy was like, yeah, I know. And then he would be like, how do you know? You don't know. And then he'd get up and go in the kitchen and shovel more into his mouth. So he ate about, I forget how many grams are in an eighth. I think he said he had 9 grams of shrooms. And then he went to bed and he woke up and he was worried because he had to drive. It was his girl's birthday the next day. He had to drive her, you know, to go to brunch with her family and shit. And he was still tripping at noon the next day. And then he was like, yeah, so I don't know if I'll ever do them again. I was like, why? That's just obviously, clearly there's a giant chasm between taking shrooms, you know, that much and doing them the appropriate way. And he was like, yeah, but you felt like you'd never feel joy again after doing half an eighth. Imagine how I felt. And I was like, don't ever do them again. I can't believe you're still not in a deep, dark depression. And he said he was. But we had a good time nevertheless, regardless of his depression. So yeah, dude, I hung out with them. It was a good time, bro. It's just good to see old fucking friends. You know? And it's like you don't really miss a beat, dude. But your lives are different, but we still laugh the same stupid shit. We're all, you know, 2 of us are kind of balding. 2 of them have hairlines that haven't moved since they fucking came out of the womb, which is infuriating to 2 of us. But it's like, I just love what I love about them, dude, is one of them's got a girlfriend, 2 of them are married, but they all still live like they did when we were in high school. They just don't give a fuck. They have jobs and they're all doing well. They all got high paying jobs. I never saw it coming for any of them, but they're all making fucking triple figs or 6 figs, triple figs. I always say triple figs? Like they're making $100 a fucking year. They're all in six-figure sals. Dude, I mean, this kid, I used to not even be able to get him to fucking leave his apartment or his mom's house just to hang out. I never thought he'd find a job where he was making fucking over $100K living on his own in the fucking big city. And then during this hangout session, we learned why it is so hard to get him out of his apartment. And it's because he's addicted to Adderall. And that's what it is. So he does the Adderall, and then when he comes down, he fucking hates everybody and doesn't want to see anyone. So that's what I'm been battling against since he went away to college in 2009. And he's great, and I'm proud of him. I'm proud of him in certain areas. One area I don't like is he's a fucking vape head. He loves vaping, dude. He literally had 5 objects in which he could suck vapor out of and blow out. And 2 of them he purchased while we were hanging out, and they looked like fucking toys that came out of a Happy Meal box. And he was just sucking them down. And literally after finishing them, he's like, I don't feel so great. My stomach's killing me. I don't even know if I can make it to your show. The whole point was we were chilling and then we were going to go to my show after. And he's literally sucking down a vape pen that looked like a child's toy from Toys R Us that tasted like Coca-Cola. And after inhaling it in fucking 30 minutes, he's like, I don't feel too hot. Oh, shocker. You're inhaling something that's never been studied by anyone, and it's just produced by God knows where, in the basement of a fucking bodega, probably by slaves, and you're just sucking it down. Because he used to smoke a ton of weed, and then he got off the weed, and now because he couldn't help eating the munchies, and he wanted to lose some weight. Now he's highly addicted to nicotine and Adderall. And you know what? So be it, dude. So be it. I've hit vapes, and they're so addicting. They're the most addicting thing of all time. And I'm not even a person who gets addicted to fucking like nicotine. I don't even like the feeling of nicotine or anything. And I've hit a vape and been like, give me it back immediately. But yeah, man, I've realized I've never done Adderall. Can you believe it? Nobody can believe that when I tell them. Never taken Adderall. And it's because that, I think, is a drug that I would get addicted to. Because I definitely need help focusing on shit. And if I felt the effects of having like super focused, like Superman level fucking focus on shit, and like my creativity spiked, and all I do is everything I'm involved in revolves around creativity. If I found a drug that made me I would never be able to take it. And then I'd be addicted to everyone around me more so than I already am. And I'm a huge dick. Got no patience for shit. It'd be a problem, but it's probably great. I bet it's a great fucking drug. But I've never done that, never taken to Xanax, never taken fucking, whatever, any sort of fucking pain pill because my mom's allergic to them. I woke up from anesthesia one time, which is supposed to be in the same family of all of them, and I threw up for fucking hours. It was after my wisdom tooth surgery. The doctor left, and I woke up, and I threw up and ripped all the stitches out of my fucking mouth, and then a nurse practitioner had to sew me back up. It was a nightmare, and now I'm just nervous whenever any sort of pain pill kind of thing comes into the equation. I just don't fuck around with them. They probably feel great. My buddy told me, he was like, I forget what were we talking about? Because we're from Long Island and we're trash and people take pain pills. They don't do it anymore. But they were explaining to me what it was like because we were going through a list of shit that I've never done. What was it? I don't think it was a Xanax. What was a pain pill? I don't know, but he said it basically turns your entire body into the head of a penis, and at the head of a penis that hasn't been circumcised because those are way more sensitive. And it's just, you just sit there and you're like, everything's nice. And I bet it's great. So yeah, never done any of that stuff, but fuck you gonna do? Now I just eat, look, I'm slowly slipping and maybe I'll get addicted to drugs soon and you guys will be happy with how much more exciting my life has become. Because I used to be plant-based and now I eat meat, but it's high quality meat. And you know what? Soon I'll probably just start eating fast food and then I'll start smoking vapes and then I'll start ripping fucking pain pills. And why not, dude? But I'll strictly do it for the Patreon. I'm going to blow some Oxycontin up my nose for the Patreon. You guys could watch me fucking slowly devolve into the constructed and put together kid I am now to just a fucking zombie of a drug using psychopath. Would that be exciting? Is that what will help me blow? Probably not. I'm going to be the boring sober comic who makes it, dude. Except for every other Thursday for the Patreon. Dude, I wonder if the Patreon grows, dude, I wonder how far I'll take it. If I'm making fucking thousands a month, and you guys want to see some shit, I might do some shit. No, I'll never do some shit. I would do shrooms though. I would do shrooms and do an episode. I do, who knows? Tune in, subscribe. You'll never know if you don't subscribe because I'm going to stop talking about it. I'm not going to let you know what's happening. Maybe I'll let you know because how else am I going to get you to fucking join? But, yeah, dude, let's get into some shit that's trending. Oh boy, the word Epstein's trending. Could it be Jeffrey? Could it be someone else? Melinda Gates met with divorce lawyers in 2019, say people familiar and documents reviewed by WSJ. One concern about her husband, Bill Gates, dealing with Jeffrey Epstein, that convicted sex offender who committed suicide in prison, but didn't commit suicide, got murdered by being choked because that's what the science proved, remember? What else is going on? I'm a 50-year-old retired tech journalist who was in the middle of Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell's crime influence network. I didn't realize it until 2019. Now I'm sharing what I experienced and witnessed and have gathered from sources, receipts, always. Okay, so that's just you trying to make a quick buck. So we're learning that Bill Gates' wife is fucking bouncing because the catalyst for her bouncing was stories of Bill's relationship with Jeffrey Epstein, dude. Melinda Gates was meeting with divorce lawyers in 2001. There was a concern from Mrs. Gates with her husband's dealings with convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. Wow. Okay, so she's worried, bro. Dude, could you believe it? Can you believe if it comes out that I just can't believe that it's a real thing? There was like, I mean, dude, we all look at Alex Jones and we're just like psycho fucking path, just yelling about frogs being, people and having an influence on the way the world works or some shit, just weird shit that the dude says. But honestly, dude, the deeper we get into the 2000s, the more shit is coming out that he said there was a fucking huge pedophile ring, and there was an island of grown men fucking kids. And that's an undeniable thing that has existed on planet Earth. And it's just not even talked about anymore, but it's trending right now. So we'll see what happens. I mean, fucking Christ, dude. His relationship with Epstein was truly not to be gained after the conviction. There is zero chance Epstein had unique financial or scientific insight that Gates craved. So why did he take the huge risk of befriending the guy? Probably because he liked putting his pecker in kids. I mean, bro. Sorry, I got an itchy eye. Hold on. All right. Done itching. So I've learned last night that Tom Hanks is one of the people targeted by QAnon. Tom Hanks has nothing to do with Jeffrey Epstein. This is a serious tweet, putting it out there for the record. Some celebrities, Spacey, are and connected to Tom. Tom, no, leave that guy alone. But it's been going around for a while that Tom Hanks was been connected in some sort of pedophile thing. But dude, I mean, just end it all. If Tom fucking Hanks, dude, if the voice of half of the characters on the movie Polar Express ends up being a fucking pedo, just shut it down, dude. Pull the plug out of Earth because it's over. It's fucking ver. That's what it is. I love Tom Hanks, bro. I just like that dude's voice is just puts me in a relaxed mood. And you know what? Maybe that is why he's a pedophile. Maybe that's the biggest clue as to why he's a pedophile, because his voice just puts young, innocent people like me into a state of calm, and then he can just attack. Or not even attack. He could just make it feel like it's not even an attack and that you're just being coddled by a fucking nice little Tom Hanks. I don't know why, but I love that movie Polar Express, bro. That fucking song, Hot Chocolate. I love fucking Christmas, and I love Christmas so much that I'll talk about it on a podcast on May 9th. That's how much I love fucking Christmas, dude. Him, just his voice, even when he's not even doing his voice, when he's even accented out in fucking, Catch Me If You Can, great movie. I just like him. I like his role because I like hearing him talk.
Your attention, please. Are there any Polar Express passengers in need of refreshment?
Have you seen this movie, bro? We've come a long way in the graphic design portion of the fucking world. We got it. Honestly, not even a good song.
We got it.
The worst song ever. Why do I like this?
Oh, we got it. No, we got it. No, we got it. Here we only got one rule.
Let it cool. Hot chocolate. Bro, the animation of this fucking movie is disturbing. Everybody looks like a corpse brought back to life, but in the animated world. All their, when someone dies and they're laying in the fucking casket and they're, people want to say, oh, they made them look so good, but did they? They just made them look dead better, if that makes sense. They're clearly still dead, but it's not as horrifying because they smoothed them out. They just look smoothed out. It looks like all the little kids in this fucking movie have passed away tragically at a young age, and then they kind of just put makeup on them to make it look like, their skin still had a little bit of life to it. But what it really did is just everything's kind of taut. Is that what they do? Do they tighten the skin of dead people? Or is it just because they're laying back and there's no sort of blood flow in their skins anymore, and it's just everything just falls kind of back? Why do we do open caskets, dude? Why do we want, we always want closure, I guess. We always want fucking closure, and it's like, all right, he's dead, I see him dead, now it's over. But then it's like, I feel like we'd all be in a better place if the people we loved, we didn't see him dead. Because it's fucking jarring, dude. But you can't not. What are you going to not go to the hospital and try to be with them while it's going bad? And maybe, because you don't know if it's going to go bad. You don't know if that's going to be the end. Why am I talking about this? Fucking Christ, guy. Nick, this is a comedy podcast. Anyway, Polar Express, great movie. Check it out if you haven't. How do we go from Epstein to this? Oh, Tom Hanks. Yeah. All right. What else is fucking happening? Dude, oh my God, bro. All right, we can get to the other segment about I Knew You When. Because what was I was talking to my friends about a bunch of shit that we did. So I guess I'm having a bachelor party, dude. My buddies told me they're going to put one together, and I'm all for it. Fuck it. Let's do it. Let's get crazy. And maybe I'll try all the drugs I haven't tried yet and tragically OD before I get married. And that's not going to happen. What a horrible thing to say and energy to put out there. But it could get wild. It could get nuts. Or maybe we'll just, I'll have the most tame bachelor party of all time. I wouldn't mind just getting a sick Airbnb in a mountain, in the woods, on a beach where we just wake up and, have tea and read and better ourselves. That could be fun. Or maybe, we'll just fucking do drugs and get hookers. And I'm kidding. They could get hookers. I'll watch them bang hookers. And that's the closest I'll come to fucking do anything that would upset my wife. And I don't even think that would upset her. It would probably weird her out. Imagine I came home and I was just like, she was like, did you bang any hookers? Did you fuck any whores? Did you get it all out of your system? And I'd be like, no, but I watched all my friends bang different women for money. Fucking bachelor parties are, that's the whole point of them, isn't it? The whole point of them is, I guess not everybody doesn't fuck other people, but it's like, it's almost like let's tempt, it's like Gandhi. How he fucking tempted himself with the women? How Gandhi would lay with women to get hard and try to not fuck them. He would have young girls lay with him who were naked to see if he could not fuck them and disappoint his God or whoever, he was trying to impress. That's what the bachelor party is. And bachelorette party too, because, women are whores also. We're all fucking whores, dude. And it's like, one more time, let's go out and let's see if we can tempt you into fucking doing something that will make you feel guilty before you tie the knot with this person who you agreed to love forever. What a sick fucking world. What a sick fucking species we are, dude. That's so funny. Will you marry me? Yes. All right, I'm going to go. Let's both go out one more time and see if we can not fuck people while, in the most easy way possible, because all of our friends are just going to be like, dude, I'll pay for someone to fuck you. And let's see if you don't do it. So stupid. But yeah, bro, we on a bachelor party, let's see what I can say here. That's not going to get anybody into trouble. You know what? Honestly, I can't even talk about this. And you know why? Because my fucking mom listens to this episode, listens to this podcast. Hey, Ma, I know you're listening, even though I continually tell you not to fucking listen, but every fucking week you call me with, hi, how you doing? And then you kind of slowly slide in some issue that you had with something I said on the podcast. Stop listening. This isn't real life. I'm fucking, making shit up. Sometimes not really. I'm lying to you right now. A lot of it's true, but stop listening. This isn't shit you're supposed to know about. This is how I know she listens, because on the last episode, talk shit about her, not knowing how to find a good doctor or whatever. And she goes, I know how to find a good doctor still. I'm not losing my touch. The problem is that you're broke and you have the worst insurance in the world. So I found the best doctor for your insurance. And it's probably right. But you know what? Stop listening to the podcast, Janet. Fucking hit pause on the YouTube. I mean, what am I going to have to do? I got to contact fucking Apple and Spotify to find a way to block your ass? Stop listening. You're going to hear what you're supposed to hear when we talk on the phone and in person. Back off, dude. Back off, Janet. Back the fuck off. Dude, my parents are meeting my girl's parents for the first time tomorrow, because, you'll be listening to this on Monday, or if you don't listen, you're listening to it during the week. On Tuesday, the 11th, my parents are meeting my girl's parents for the first time, and who knows what's going to happen. Our moms are the same person. Except for my girl's mom likes to drink, and my mom doesn't drink because she has a liver thing, which she probably could drink if she wanted to, but overly conscious with everything, and that's why I'm the way I am, scared of everything. So they're going to meet, and, the only thing I'm worried about is really just the dads, because her dad is a quiet dude who, is whatever. And my dad is not a quiet dude, but he's got hard opinions, and he's the way he is, who he is, unapologetically, which I fucking love about him. But who knows if shit will, things will clash. I don't know if their political views are the same, so maybe that'll come up, because my dad is very into politics all of a sudden, and it's very strong in one direction. And based on where I'm from, you probably know the direction I'm talking about. Big Trump 2024 is what he would say. So yeah, dude, no, I think it's going to go great. Our moms fucking talked on the phone. My mom, after we got engaged, my mom called her mom, and they were going to just to talk about the wedding and some of the planning and shit. And they ended up being on the phone for 2.5 hours. And, Janet just decided to tell her every detail about my life ever. My girl's mom called my girl and was like, so I learned everything about Nick today. I heard that he cried in the shower when he didn't make the junior high basketball team. I heard he cried in the shower when his fucking dog Checkers died at the age of, 12. And no, the dog was 3. I was 12. And so basically I learned that your fucking soon to be husband is a big fat pussy who likes to cry while water's hitting him softly. So thanks, Janet, for letting all that be known. What else did you tell her? You told her and my mom told her about a fucking ex-girlfriend that I had who wasn't really a girl. I had a fucking lapse in judgment. And not that I don't regret fucking hooking up with the chick. It was a good time. But for some reason, I did have a lapse in judgment, and I brought this fucking broad to meet my parents for some reason. I didn't even think, I don't even remember if I was planning on it. It was my fucking birthday or whatever. I was my girl, and I was moving into a new apartment, and my girl was not my girl, this other girl, Mava is her fucking name. She was helping me move into this apartment, and then my parents came to also help me move, and they met, and then we just went out for my birthday. And I mean, what a mistake. I mean, this girl's, both, covered in tats, but my fucking fiance is covered in tats as well. But the difference is my girlfriend doesn't have any tats that say pussy power in areas that are easily visible. And that's what the other girl had. And that's the kind of woman I brought to meet my mom one time. And you know what? I fucked up. I shouldn't have brought her to meet your mom. I'm sorry, but you know what? I'm not engaged to her. Okay. So I'm allowed to, make mistakes. And I don't even think it was a mistake. It was a fun time in my life. I broadened my horizons. She was an Iranian Swedish chick who taught me a little bit about women from not here. And it's probably not she's not the best person to base my, to gather information on what other people are like in other areas of the world, because she was, I feel like she might have been one of a kind, and not the best kind. But anyway, she cared about me though, and broke her heart. So I apologize to you for that. And, but what shit's going to happen in life. So yeah, dude, stop listening to the podcast, Janet. Fuck off. Love you though. You're a good mom. Good mom. Too good probably. And that's why I'm, incapable of doing anything, that's that needs to be done in the adult life. I don't know how to do taxes, dude. I don't know how to do, a lot of things, but I'm going to have to learn soon. Or maybe I won't have to learn. And because I found a girl who, takes care of me more than maybe my mom did. So I'm just going to be an immature fuck for the rest of my life, yelling about weird shit into a microphone. And hopefully more and more people continue to listen to my immature ass. And I'll be an immature ass who makes millions of dollars. And that'll be fun. That'll be fun, dude. Yeah, dude. So before I forget, I've been forgetting on a ton of podcasts, and my people reminded me on the Patreon because you're good people and I'm a fucking scumbag. And I'm going to shout out the true patrons, the true producers of this podcast because I love you guys and you're, a huge reason as to why this shit keeps fucking working, bro. Shout out to true producer Savannah. And I'm only doing the true producers, dude. You only get this if you pay the $20 a fucking month. And shout out to Savannah Newman. Hello, Newman. Shout out to true producer Melissa Pryor. Fucking women crushing it, dude. Shout out to Madison DeLisa. Shout out to, that's it. Those are all the true producers. I think I lost one of them because his fucking house burned down or some shit. And I talked about that on the Patreon. And he hasn't joined back. So I hope he's figuring this shit out. But yeah, man, shout out to you guys. Appreciate it all. Appreciate it all. Join the Patreon if you haven't, dude. You're missing some good shit, and it's only going to get more wild from here on out. All right, what else is trending here, baby? What else is fucking trending here? Oh, so paranoid to get my vaccine, dude, but I got to do it, and I'm going to do it, but I'm so paranoid now because I have all these other extra factors going on. First of all, I feel like shit keeps changing. Pfizer, you need a third shot now. You're going to need a new shot every year. And like, what is happening? I thought this was a one-time. Why do you need your RNA altered every year? It feels like it should be a one-time thing, but of course it's not. But now I got to deal with someone. The chick told me I got a tetanus shot. I got to wait 2 weeks now. And now how hard has that really been studied? So now I'm even nervous. Also, my buddy who I was hanging out with told me that he got the first vaccine and he doesn't want to go back for the second vaccine shot because he felt when the vaccine got shot into his arm, he said he felt it enter his bloodstream, get carried to his heart, and then he felt it gets dispersed to his heart, and he almost passed out and blacked out. So he doesn't know if he should go. He said he got real sweaty and clammy, and he almost passed out, and now he's nervous about whether or not he had a reaction to it or he just had a panic attack. And now I feel like I'll never not have a panic attack after that needle goes into my arm after hearing that story. So thanks for that. You know who you are. Okay. What else is trending here, folks? What's trending here, folks? COVID-19 boosters won't cause worse side effects than original vaccine is what this is saying. All right. So it's just like I got the tetanus booster the other day, And I guess boosters are just a thing that you have to do with the vaccine. But probably won't cause worse side effects than the original vaccines. 2 leading experts have told Insider. A booster shot is an additional dose of vaccine. We know what that is. A booster of COVID-19 would either be a third dose of the same 2-dose vaccine or a bespoke dose designed for variants. Oh, that makes sense. So we just have to keep shooting shit into our body. But part of me wants to just be like, it's not even about not trusting the vaccine, dude. It's just about being a fucking man. And not even in a sexist way. It's just about it's just like survival of the fittest, dude. I want to fucking be like, I want this shit to go. I want this shit to come and go and be like, fucking beat it on my own, dude. It paid off eating sweet potatoes and fucking legumes, high in vitamins and shit. It fucking paid off. I don't want to have to get shot with a fucking thing to alter my RNA. I want to be like, beat it because I took care of myself, dude, and I'm a strong little man. Although I'm little, that's why I want to do it. Napoleon complex. Is that what it is? I'm a small little fucking dude, but I want to be like beat the biggest disease that's hit us on my own. I didn't need a fucking shoot. But, I'm probably going to have to get it because my girl's parents are starting to really get angry at us for not having it. And I don't want to make people angry, dude. And it's really, and honestly, it's just becoming about the convenience, dude. I don't want to have to keep going to get a fucking COVID vaccine every time I want to go to a goddamn, Mets game or a Knicks game, even though I haven't gone to a game in fucking years. But now I'm an adult and I kind of have a little money. So I could probably afford to go to games. And I don't want to have to just get it. I don't have to plan the game 3 days in advance. Oh, I can't just go to a game because I didn't go get a fucking PCR test and I don't have the results yet. Elon Musk hosted SNL yesterday. Didn't watch it. Couldn't care less. I tried to play one clip for a hot second and I was so uncomfortable, bro. I'm a weirdo and I get uncomfortable easily when people are, when I watch anything anybody makes, and it's not something I like, I get uncomfortable. I have to turn it off immediately, dude. And that's just what SNL's been to me for fucking years. And the only reason I was focused on whether or not, why Elon Musk being on SNL was because I thought Doge was going to fucking skyrocket, because it seems to be anytime that dude says anything about crypto, it takes off. And guess what? Didn't even hit $1. It's fucking crashing. You know what? And it doesn't fucking matter. Why is he hosting? Dude, I get it. Famous people, host SNL or whatever, but it's usually famous people who are in entertainment. You're a fucking billionaire, dude. You made it. Why are you putting yourself through this? Really? He just had the urge? This dude who's got almost zero personality just had the urge to fucking embarrass himself on an already uncomfortable fucking... I mean, maybe he didn't embarrass himself. I didn't watch it. Why am I so uninformed? I should watch things before I talk about them, but I like formulating uneducated opinions. It's a much funner way to live your life, but it also can be a more embarrassing way and get you in trouble and make people not like you. But I'm going to assume it was fucking cringeworthy. And if I'm wrong, I'll talk about it on the fucking next Patreon while I'm stoned and probably, extremely paranoid and uncomfortable. But this episode is brought to you by Aventino Watches, everybody. Go to AventinoWatches.com and use code NickAlexComedy15 for 15% off of a fucking sweet watch. The brand is a beautiful brand. Affordability is core, is their stance. Eagles have been symbols of vision and leadership in all the history. Rome was known for the eagle standard. Soldiers guarded this emblem with their lives. Aventino watch brand was inspired by the Roman city and the strength of soldiers who risked everything to protect their standard. The Aventino Hills has a unique place in the foundation of Rome. The rise of the once insignificant city inspired the eventual creation of a unique product line that represents our vision and leadership drive. Our products represent our unflinching desire to create and protect an unbeatable fashion standard, dude. We design every Aventino product and partner with the world's leading manufacturers. We only use high quality standards as high-end brands to make only the best and more fashionable and most fashionable products. Bro, these watches are fresh as fuck. Really well made, fancy. They're gonna up your fucking wardrobe game, just your class level in general as an individual. So go to AventinoWatches.com. Use code NickAlexComedy15 for 15% off your order. Oh, this is trending. The fucking Kentucky Derby winner, Medina Spirit, fails post-race drug test. Bob Effort banned at the Churchill Downs. Bro, the fucking... Has a jockey ever failed a drug test? Because that would be hilarious. But the fact that now it's a sport that it uses animals, the winner failed a drug test. Is this the first time this has ever happened? It's fucking hilarious to me. And the only good part about it is you don't have to listen to the fucking horse bullshit its way through. I didn't know I was using steroids. Someone gave me a fucking, someone gave me a fucking supplement and I thought it was good. I was giving it to it by a doctor and they said, yeah, go ahead and use it. But nah, the horse could just go, brrr, brrr. Is that what horses do? I'm so bad at imitation, dude. I'm fucking untalented. Nay, no, that's a sheep. I don't know what I'm doing. But anyway, the fucking horse failed the drug test, dude, after winning. And that's fucking hilarious to me. Trainer suspended. How mad would you be, dude, if as the jockey, you fucking risk your life going out there, you get trampled by a horse, and you'd be like, oh, what you did just didn't count because we were shooting shit into the horse's ass without him or you knowing it, you fucking pieces of shit. The horse that won the 2021 Kentucky Derby, Medina Spirit, has failed a drug test, and its Hall of Fame trainer, Bob Effort, has been indefinitely suspended from the Churchill Downs. Failure to comply with the rules and medication protocols jeopardize the safety of the horses and jockeys, integrity of our sport and reputation of the Kentucky Derby. All who participate now will not tolerate it, blah, 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 blah. Effort called the drug test results disturbing. What did I say? Of course, going to beat around the bush. The biggest gut punch in racing for something I didn't do. I mean, how did it get in there, dude? Did the horse just sit on a random needle that was loaded with fucking PEDs? That test didn't actually disqualify Medina Spirit as Derby. Awaits results from another sample to come back. Oh, all right. Are we jumping to conclusions? If the findings are upheld, Medina Spirit's results in the Kentucky Derby will be invalidated and Mandolin will be declared the winner, dude. What happens to all the people who won money? You can't make them give it back. The cash is in their fucking pocket, bro. What are they going to do? Medina Spirits continue to expect racing to continue racing in the meantime. We are consulting, blah, blah, blah. Holy, this is not the first drug testing scandal for Baffert. The announcement Sunday, 5th horse to fail a drug test? Dude, in the past year alone? Are we kidding, dude? Nobody thought, why? Dude, look. I mean, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me 5 times, maybe just let him keep doing what you're doing, because clearly you guys don't give a fuck about performing enhancing drugs being used in the fucking horse racing business. And that's what professional sports with humans should be also. Let people use drugs, or we should just have a horse racing one with all EDs, with the jockeys and the fucking horses are all on drugs. And we just see yoked fucking little people riding just fucking swole horses, where we could see their fast twitch muscle fibers working as they cross the finish line. How sick would that be if just horses were juiced up so hard that we couldn't even fucking, it was just a blur watching them go around the fucking track? That'd be fun. But I can't believe this dude, last September, another one of his horses, Gamine, also tested positive for beta-methysone. In April, he successfully appealed after the 2 of his horses tested positive for the painkiller lidocaine. I mean, this guy doesn't give a fuck. Talk about organic, grass-fed, free-range fucking meat. This guy is shooting his animals up with high-end antibiotics and fucking steroids, dude. Wild. These are fucking not free-range horses. Crazy, dude. Everyone's just cheating, man. And the sooner we acknowledge it, the easier it's going to be to live in this world. Everyone's a fucking scumbag. And the only real way you're going to get away with it is if you just, build a tiny house in the fucking woods and you just live off of that. You collect rainwater and filter it through a Berkey filter. And, you drink it and you eat meat that you kill. And that's the only way you're going to not be stressed out with all the bullshit that takes place in the world. So do that if you don't want to deal with it. And all I do is complain about it. So maybe I need to do that. Just build a fucking tiny house and bounce. And maybe I will. Maybe this is the last episode of the fucking podcast. So enjoy it. I hope you enjoyed it. That's our episode. I'm Nick Alex. This is That's a Shame. And, fucking bye. Tune in next week. Join the Patreon.